Okay, so before we start getting into depth of the video, I want to give you guys some background. You guys all know I recently played in Gravis. I know everything about Gravis. I know the entire map around Gravis. I know every stone, every branch, every animal, every NPC in Gravis. I played. I'm playing with a guild that I played with in New World a long time ago, and I let them choose where they wanted to start and what they wanted to do. I didn't want to direct them. I didn't want to. I didn't. I didn't want to lead the team, as you could say. So I let them pick and everything. And I'll tell you what, starting zones matter, guys. Trimming compared to Gravis is dog shit. This zone is so bad. There's mountains all the way around this zone. There's a few ways out. There ain't nothing in this zone. It's desolate compared to Gravis. It's terrible. So I'm just gonna start with that. All starting zones should be equal. Okay, they should all be equal. It's like it's stupid that I can walk down here and have better resources than I do in my own starting area. Like the starting resources need to be balanced in all the starting areas. It's so stupid, dude. Fix that immediately. Like rebalance starting zones. There's not enough resources. Okay? All right, now let's talk about some tier 2 iron nodes, straight iron nodes, the black rocks. Okay? So when you go outside the red borders, all right? Uh into the wildlands. That's where you get the iron, okay? The last tests I played, there was way more iron. It's iron's far from many now. Like there's a node here, there's like two nodes here, there's like two nodes here, like two nodes here. You know what I mean? It's very split up now. There's barely any iron, okay? And we're in a low pop. We're in a low pop area, okay? This is low population server. Nobody's barely on it. And every time I come out to get iron, there's no iron. Okay? It's gone. Gone. So that's a huge difference from what it used to be. It used to be you could just farm infinitely forever. So I don't, let me know your thoughts on that. So it's really hard to farm now. I don't know if you guys have done any type of combat yet, but combat has drastically changed. They didn't change really anything about the combat system, except the fact that animals hit way harder and you hit way like a little girl. Uh, I'm gonna die because I'm not paying attention. Hopefully, I get on this rock. All right, so we are on our rock, and this is what I wanted to show you. Come here, kid boy. All right, so hide, super annoying to farm. Okay, so I'll put the link in the description for auto hockey, and I'll have the scripts with it. But yeah, this is how you farm leather now. It's super dumb. As you can see, I got hit once, and I lost like more than half my health. I understand that gear helps damage and reduces damage, and there are potions and healing spells and all that stupidness, but they're extremely hard to get. Like it's a lot of farming, and I want to, it's tedious, and I want to get in and kill stuff, and this is the best way to do it. Some really big changes I've noticed. It's super hard to do everything, guys. Everything's very time sensitive. Everything takes forever amount of time to do anything in this game. All right, so this is pretty much what I've been doing. I knew from last test, the closed test right before the start of this live launch, that leather working was going to be severely annoying and nerfed and very hard to level because the scarcity of animals now. There's barely any animals, especially where I live. I'm in the wildlands right now at a rapid respawn. You could say these animals have a very fast respawn here. So I am abusing a exploit slash glitch with climbing on a rock because fighting things in this game the way you're supposed to isn't just my cup of tea. It's boring and you die a lot. And I don't have, I don't like to play with a lot of people. Um, so I prefer to solo. My God, I suck at this game. All right, there we go. So let's bring our friend the bear over here. And yeah, this is the gameplay, guys. Since they want to like nerf combat into the ground and make you a useless fucking sack of meat that anything in the world can kill. Okay, so I want him closer, so I'm gonna hop out and bring him over. There we go. All right, so now he's our play toy. So now I'm just going to turn on my macro and stab this thing to death because that is the game currently. This is the combat. This is a great gameplay, dude. So yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and say this. 6 months ago, the game was better. They've made the game literally worse than it was 6 months ago. The game even graphically looks worse. I have my settings on high right now, by the way, and the game looks graphically worse than it did 6 months ago. And I will say this: I have upgraded my graphics card to I think like a 3080 AMD or something, and the game looks worse. But the other thing that's worse is like farming. They made everything like super hard to farm. Like it's just annoying, dude. Like they made the game annoying. Because I'll tell you why. This is the realistic explanation on why they did all this. Why did they slow down progression? Why? Is because there's no end game. There's no content, guys. There's nothing to do. This is a building simulator. Okay? I've been saying this forever. Look at my last video. Here we go. Get the triple. So yeah, they're prolonging the game. They're making everything a much longer grind, and it's literally because there's no end game content. I haven't done a dungeon this patch. And I don't really want to because combat in this game is dog. It's so bad, dude. The combat is so bad. Not only do you take an insane amount of damage, but it's just wonky. It's not ready. Okay. It's just not. I'm gonna be dead eyes. It's not. Like, look how dumb it is, dude. No, come here. All right, let's turn our macro on. So yeah, and the other thing is they made crafting like super hard to level. Like I asked for it. I 100% did. I said they should make crafting like 80 times harder, and they made it like 800 times harder because there's again nothing to do in the game. So, this game has a lot of potential. I'm gonna say it has a lot of potential, but currently in the current state, it's got nothing. It's super grindy. It's boring. Unless you want to do what I'm doing all day, every day, to make your one set of gear. Unless you have a big team, like you're not, you know what I mean? If you're solo in this game, you're not gonna have fun. Like I'm telling you right now, like solo players aren't gonna have fun in this game, unless you have a big op working for you. And look, they even try to make it so you can't fight multiple mobs. Like, that's so lame, dude. They're like, yeah, we're gonna just de-aggro the mobs because, yeah, we said so. Like, what? I attacked it. It should keep coming. But yeah, this is, in-game top-tier gameplay right here, boys. Right here. This is it. Like, holy moly. I mean, there's dungeons and caves. Don't get me wrong. There are dungeons and caves, but, dude, you need an entire, like, party, like a whole city to raid one. So have fun with that. Bog. All right. And then they added a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of items they've added. So, I mean, if this is cool to you, let me show you. So, if you hit F7, you can go into like a free roam and then hold Alt and scroll wheel up, and you can like zoom around and look at stuff. So I mean, if building is your thing, right? If you want a game where it's just a building simulator and you can just build stuff, right? You know what I mean? Like, and that's what you want to do, a building simulator, then this might be for you, because that's pretty much all there is to do is build, 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 build. But for me, I don't really, like, I want combat. Building's nice. Crafting is nice. Sure, the crafting system is very, you know, elaborate and big, exciting, whatever. But it's a huge grind, and it's just not, I don't know if it's worth it. So, right now, currently, I don't think it's worth it because of the amount of time it takes to farm stuff, and to gather stuff. Unless you're a large clan, it's just not going to be working out. And you see what I mean by plots, having more plot space is pay to win, right? Imagine how only having one plot and trying to, like, This is not enough furnaces for 10 people. For 10 people, that's not enough furnaces, right? It's just, this is not. I'm telling you, it's not. And it takes forever to cook stuff. Those kilns, no, it's not enough for a big group. I don't think it is. um, when you're getting into tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, and we're not even gonna mention tier 6 because you're not getting there. Um, it takes like a retarded amount of resources to reach that tier, to get that level of crafting. So like I said, if you enjoy building simulators and you just want to build and craft forever and farm forever, then this game's for you, I guess. But for me, they removed the combat in the game is trash now. I'm just gonna say it. 6 months ago, it was better because you could actually fight multiple enemies at once and like kill them and feel good about yourself. Now a boar attacks you and you're like, shit, I almost died, and then also you get no reward from it. 6 months ago, you'd get steel bars, you'd get leather, you'd get nice stuff, right? Like good return on your hard time, right? You put in a lot of time on something and you get paid off. Now you don't get that. You barely get anything, and it's quite annoying. Um, like I literally just spent like over an hour farming leather, and I barely got any, and it's annoying. It is. It's just it's annoying. Yo, it's crazy to me is people play like 60 hours. This guy probably played like 10 minutes. But what I'm saying is a lot of people are like just now, like 1 day ago, 2 days ago, 11 days ago. Oh yeah, this game's underdeveloped and it's not ready to play yet, and you should wait to play it. And yeah, I mean, I've been saying this for 6 months. People, I've been saying. 2 weeks ago, I literally said, "Yo, guys, you should probably like chill and not like get the $100 pack, right?" I literally said, "Pax Day's here before you buy. Watch this, right?" It just literally explained like, look, the combat system's a placeholder. It's pay to win because they're selling plots. Okay, you can buy 4 plots for $100. That's pay to win. More land, more stuff you can have. Okay, pay to win. If you tell me that's not pay to win, you're brain dead. You're brain lit. You're an imbecile. Okay. So let's go over some things they can do to make the game better. Okay. So for one, to start off, significant improvement would be to balance all starting zones equally. Okay. What I mean by this is all starting zones should have equal amount of resources. Okay. That's stone, flax, wood, the trees, the big trees, like the different type, like they should all have the same amounts, including animals like bear spawns, deer spawns, because it's like, why would I want to live in this area? That, to me, starting and trimming is like literally holding yourself back. It's literally starting in a negative resource area. It's like playing Sim City on the hardest difficulty where you have scarcity resources and stuff like that. Whereas Gravis, Gravis or Gravis, whatever the heck it was called, had an immense amount of resources, unlimited amount of deer and bear and NPCs, and an insane amount of iron ore and copper and stuff like that. Around Gravis. Also, Gravis had multiple dungeons. You walk north out of Gravis, there's a dungeon to the left and a dungeon to the right. You walk south out of Gravis, there's a dungeon down to the bottom right. So it had multiple dungeons. And Trimmin, dude, we haven't found the dungeon near Trimmin yet. Okay, haven't looked at the game. There's no end game, so what's the point of rushing to it, right? There's literally no end game. They increased crafting. They nerfed how fast you can do it, pretty much, and they made resources scarce. They literally made it like impossible to get resources. It's not impossible, it just takes forever. Okay, that's my thing. And then combat is a placeholder, dude. Combat is so jank and dog shit right now, dude, and it's not worth $100. This is not. This is my leather farm, guys. Oh boy, I'm like, oh man, I'm super excited. get this leather. And I bet you this bear, it's like my 6th or 7th bear, right? How many bears is this? I don't know. I've lost count. Since I've started doing the video, this is like 6 or 7, right? No, that kind of hurt. Put on my auto clicker. So, and I'm telling you, if this bear doesn't give me the leather, that's it. The whole review is going to be negative, and I'm just going to leave it on that, and that's it. Don't buy the game yet. It's not worth it. Pay $40 if you want to RP with your friends. Don't buy anything past that. I honestly wouldn't even buy that. It's a building sim, and that's it. Okay. We got one large animal hide from that. So I mean, I don't know. And these are accelerated spawns. Like, and then the other thing is they want the player economy to like it's literally player driven. Everything in the game is player created, player farmed, player made, whatever. They want the economy to be ran by the player base. In every game ever in history of ever being controlled by player base has failed. Okay, so the players don't want that. Players like we already have enough responsibility in real life with taxes and bills and things like that. We don't have to want to like learn about that in a fucking video game. So we're just trying to play the game and not have to like get a master's degree to play the game. Like that's literally what it is, and that's how I feel that they're doing with this game, and it's unnecessary. We don't need all that extra stuff. So they haven't added the economy part in, such as like the auction house and things like that, but they do. That's like their goal. That's what they said in like one of their dev talks. I'd bring the video up, but I'm more lazier than the devs in this game, so I'm not gonna do that. And I also I'm making long-winded sentences because I'm prolonging the video, just like they do in this game when they prolong the grinding for no reason, and just reduce drop rates to nil, where you literally get nothing and you have to kill the black bear 6 million times to get the stuff you need. So I mean, it's just oh look, you didn't drop it again, guys. So I don't know. I'm literally I'm like, what are they doing? I feel like this is what happened 6 months ago. They're like, yo, let's give Asmon Gold like a key for this. And then they were like, okay, let's give him 1,000 keys. So then he brought in all this attention to the game, and then they got lost in, the blinders came on, and all they could see is money signs because Asmon brought all this attention to their game, and they forgot that they hadn't made combat system or anything like that. So they went back and tweaked the system, the in-game system. They tweaked the values of everything. They said, hey, let's slow down crafting by 800%. Let's go ahead and nerf farming by like 100%. Let's make it so you don't get any resources when you kill something. Let's make everything hit you for like 50 plus damage for no reason, even if you're wearing armor. Let's make everything like super more expensive than it used to be, just because there's no in-game content. We don't have that yet because the economy's player driven, even though there's no auction house or trading system currently in the game. You can't even organize your boxes. Like there's no way to like actually organize your boxes. So, the people who aren't crafters come in the base and they're like, "Oh, where's this and this and this?" And you're like, "Oh, it's, just go over here and take a left and it's like the 5th box under the 8th box on the last row." Like, what did you just say? I don't know. Like, organization needs to be better. We need better storage. Like, who thought of this idea of 16 and like 32 slot storage boxes? Like, that's, I don't know. Can we get vaults? Can we have bigger storage? And then organization, sort all, stack all, move all, transfer all. I don't know. Just some simple features that normal games have.